Hello everyone, this team is one I call Punky Nurse. It is one of my Simple Beams setup teams. When you do this, normally there's a core of a Simple Beam user, a setup user, and either the setup user is a baton passer, or you can use Psych Up to get it onto other Pokemon as well. Now this was an interesting lead from the opponent. We've got double Scrafty. Both of us have Intimidate. It's not going to affect the Audino. Scrafty a little bit. He had the flinch. He flinched the Scrafty. My Scrafty was going to use Fake Out onto his, so that told me that his was faster. And I decided to twist the dimensions. And since Audino is slower, it gets a Simple Beam off, and Scrafty starts with the Bulk Ups, which was a good call because he has two of the moves my Scrafty does as well. Figgy Berry doesn't do much. Flash Cannon does a pretty good job, but I have the Heal Pulse and the Amnesia. That is +4 special defense, and with the previous bulk up, +2 attack and defense. Now, Aegis Slash went into King Shield just now, and that was unfortunate for me. I had the Shadow Ball ready for him, but Scrafty continues to set up. Drain Punch now aimed at the Audino, pretty good, since I don't have the Mega. And he decides to throw out the Wide Guard, which was interesting to me because he should have seen that I didn't have a Wide Guard attack. Audino's at 9 HP, I'm pretty sure it's going down. His Aegis Slash uses Flash Cannon and decides not to finish off the Audino, which I found interesting, but now I think I'm at max special defense, at least +4 offensively on the physical side and defensively. My Loctite comes in, a Rangaroo comes in. You should know a Rangaroo by now. It has the Psych Up, it has a Trick Room, it has the Instruct, it has the Stored Power. It's pretty annoying, especially with setup teams, and he knew it. Next up is Damon Gothstar. His team looked a little more standard, except for not very many people run the Yanmega. Still trying to imagine what a Mega Yanmega would look like. And here comes the leads. So since Yanmega can have speed boost, I kind of anticipated Garchomp having a Choice Scarf. The Intimidate should set back the Garchomp a little bit. I fake out the Yanmega. The Garchomp was running Earthquake, good combo. Yanmega is immune to it, but my Pokemon are not. And here comes the Trick Room again. Next up, Simple Beam. I don't really need to Intimidate after that first turn, so Scrafty is one of the better Pokemon to do this combo with. He shows a Protect. This tells me it's not an Assault Vest Garchomp, and it's not a Choice Garchomp. At this point, I should have realized that its item was in fact the Rocky Helmet, but I wasn't really thinking. If I was, I would have Simple Beamed the Garchomp as well. But there's my physical bulk up. And here's the Heal Pulse. I wanted to make sure Scrafty can survive whatever the Yanmega was going to do. It was part flying. I get in another bulk up. I'm getting ready to Drain Punch if I need to, and the Garchomp has the Poison Jab. Gets the poison down on me, but I'm not going to Mega. I'm not going to get that Fairy type. Air Slash does a lot more damage than I was expecting. Poison's ticking down. Yanmega, it keeps getting that speed boost, which makes it even slower in Trick Room. And he continues to use Protect. If he had gone for the Air Slash, maybe he could have finished off Scrafty this turn. I can't really confirm it. And there's the Amnesia. Yeah, there are a lot of Pokemon that can increase a bunch of stats using 2 moves. One of them that I'm planning on doing is actually a Butterfree. Butterfree has access, I believe, to the Iron Defense as well as the Quiver Dance. That's attack. That is defense, special attack, special defense, and speed. It can be really annoying. And there's where I should have Simple Beamed the Garchomp. I messed up there. Pardon me. And yeah, the Simple Beam teams they can have a lot of supportive Pokemon in the back. You can either support the Pokemon using the simple ability, or you can support whatever support them offensively by psyching up their stats and effectively getting their 2 attack bonuses is using only one of yours. In comes the Sableye. This Sableye I love. If Trick Room ends, you keep its Prankster and use Psych Up. It doesn't matter that Scrafty's a Dark type. Allies will allow themselves to be hit by Dark types, but won't let them be hit by moves that can be inaccurate. I find that ironic. Scrafty, I used the Drain Punch. Like I said, if I was smarter, I would have simple beamed that Garchomp, but I didn't. There's the Rough Skin. That hurts. There's the Rocky Helmet. That hurts. And yeah, Mega got its final speed boost, I believed. And in comes the Metagross. Now, Sableye, it's got its Psych Up in. I can't Toxic that Metagross. I don't really want to Toxic. Actually, I forgot if I have Toxic on this one. Well, I don't really want Toxic in the Mega anyway. I'm running, I believe, Psych Up, Recover, Knock Off, and Shadow Sneak on this one. There are other variants where I have Toxic. And Yanmega tries to finish off the Scrafty. Not quite enough. Meteor Mash comes in. It's aimed at the Sableye. Nowhere near enough. Drain Punch. I decided to go into Yanmega this time. Scope it out. I forgot if fighting was not very effective on Bug, but definitely not on Flying. Didn't get very much out of it. He shows off the Protect again. For a team that is offensively based, he has a lot of Protects going on. I'm kind of surprised he didn't have an Infestation or any way of inflicting a burn or Toxic before this, but yeah, he has a lot of Protects. Now, the downside of using Simple is Intimidate. A lot of VGC uses Intimidate, and this is the battle spot, which is kind of prepping for VGC. In comes the Flare Blitz. It doesn't do very much, and its stab, it's powerful, but it does get the burn. And I have the Drain Punch still. This Scrafty, it may have only the Drain Punch, but that's all it needs. If the opponent has a Ghost type, then Sableye can take care of it. And he stalls out this final turn. He knows he's lost, but he does not want to give up. He does not want to recognize his loss. He just bad sport. He could have forfeited. He could have just let it play out, but he decided to just kind of push random buttons at the end. He pushed Protect. He pushed Extreme Speed. Flare Blitz would have been more damage onto me, but he knows it wouldn't have done much. And Knockoff finishes off the Arcanine. This last battle was just showing other options. There's a Comfey and a Clefairy here. Clefairy, you should know it, has the Friend Guard, improves Scrafty's defenses. The Comfey, it has Triage, increases healing. And the opponent leads off with double shinies. This is Pokemon Sun and Moon. This was before the Ultra Wormhole. This was before Gold and Silver, I believe. And either way, that Shuckle lost attack, so it's not a contrary. Gold and Silver forces it to have contrary. And I get in my Trick Room. The reason I faked out the Shuckle is because I didn't know if it would have the Power Split. Power Swap. Or whichever one allows its defensive to become its offensive. But instead, he sees that I'm using Trick Room, and he throws out a Sticky Web. It's like he was begging me to be faster in Trick Room. He was begging me to get off my strat better. And there's a Hyper Voice from that shiny Heliolisk. It's split, but it's stab. And here's an Infestation. This Shuckle knows how to stall. There's a Heal Pulse from the Audino. I was playing it safe. More bulk ups, more amnesias. The setup is going off without a hitch. Hyper Voice, it is now dealing 1/3 the damage it did last turn to Scrafty. But the Infestation is keeping pace. Infestation is not affected by defense boosting. And there's a Shadow Ball from my side of the field onto the Shuckle. I guess I was trying to go for lowering its special defense as well for the next Pokemon coming in. Actually, wait, never mind. I don't think I have a special attack aside from stored power on the Clefairy in this one. Shuckle finally uses the Toxic. Another good reason for using Audino alongside this punk of a Scrafty is that it has the healer ability as well as the heal pulse. It is a really good nurse. It is keeping him healthy no matter how much he ignores her. Helix has the Thunder, trying to finish off the Audino, gets it. And let's see how well he timed this out. Most people, they wait to take out the Trick Room Pokemon until Trick Room ends. Poison is ticking, Toxic is ticking down, Infestation is ticking down, the Trick Room had ended. In comes my Clefairy, caught by the Sticky Web. But normally I want it, but in this game I only brought 2 Trick Room Setters, neither of which were Clefairy. I get my Drain Punch off. Heliolisk, it's a normal type. It's a one-shot. I'm healed up back to full, or practically full. And Clefairy has a Psych Up as well. So not only is it Eviolite plus 4 it's either plus 4 defense, 6 special defense, or 6 defense, 4 special defense. I'm taking damage. The Shuckle, it's annoying, but not so annoying that I have to get rid of it. In comes the Silvally. It's also shiny. I forgot if this was before a shiny event. Was there a shiny Silvally event in Sun and Moon before Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon came out? Well, he gets the lucky crit. That bypasses my defense boost. That bypasses Eviolite's boost with the crit boost. But I get a crit back onto it. Silvally goes down. And Shuckle tried to Toxic again. Unfortunately, the only toxic target was already toxicked. And here's the shiny Goodra and the Comfey. And again, the great thing about having a team that uses Simple Beam to set up, if you can figure out how to get the setup rolling, then every Pokemon behind it can have Psych Up or use Baton Pass. It is really strong. It can, and whatever your back row is, whoever's on your bench, it doesn't really matter. You can run the same 10 or so Pokemon, depending on what coverage you need. This Comfey, it actually has the play rough. Draining Kiss is special, so I wanted to rather one-shot with the bulk up attack. And this battle's over as well. This was my first of many Simple Beam teams. This was the Punky Nurse. Hope you guys enjoyed it.